Watching London Live News with Tanya Francis, a reminder of our top story coming up after the break. Plus, we meet the singer-songwriter visiting schools in the capital, who will be talking to young people about the importance of mental health awareness. Now, as part of Children's Mental Health Week, singer-songwriter and mental health advocate Eleni is visiting a secondary school in the capital to perform and talk to young people about the importance of mental health awareness. Having opened for the likes of Jessie J and Mabel, Eleni also does charity work with Young Minds UK in a bid to use her platform for a positive change. Well, she has visited hundreds of schools around the UK and is continuing to do so this week. She's been speaking to Alicia.
I'm currently on a national school tour where I speak to students about the importance of mental health and how it has impacted and affected me throughout my career as a singer. And the reason why I do it is because growing up, I witnessed very close loved ones of mine experiencing mental health difficulties, from depression to addiction. And I always said to myself that if I could ever make a difference, if I ever had a platform that I could use to make a difference, then I wanted to do so, which is why I am doing what I do right now.
So visiting schools, what kinds of stories do you hear?
I've heard so many different stories, and the reaction up to now has been really, really positive. I always make sure that after I have a session with the students, I always try to do a meet and greet with them to give them the opportunity to come up and ask me questions, because sometimes during the Q&A bit, I feel that it can be a little bit daunting. So sometimes students are a bit apprehensive to put their hands up. So I like to give them the opportunity at the end to also come and personally ask me questions. I've also had an influx on my social media platforms where students send me DMs asking me for advice and saying to me, thank you for giving me the confidence to speak out. So it seems to be doing something.
You say that about individual stories coming to you privately. Obviously, that is a big responsibility. How do you manage that?
It's a massive responsibility, and I like to look at myself as kind of the middleman, the person that encourages the students to feel confident, and also is that person that directs them then to the right outlet. So if I get messages where a student's talking to me about a concern or an issue that they have, I will always direct them back to their teachers, to their schools, because I think it's so important that when they find the confidence to speak out, that they are then directed in the right way to the right person or the right outlet.
And do you involve your music on your visits to schools?
I do. So I try to make the assemblies as fun as possible, because I always even say to the students, it can probably be quite boring to just sit there for the next hour or so. It's just hearing me talk at you. So I try to make my sessions as fun as possible. So I include live performances. I like to show them also videos of previous performances. I like to do interactive questions to really get them involved in the session, to make them really feel comfortable, and to hopefully achieve them leaving the session feeling like they are really happy to speak about things.
And what else have you got coming up music-wise?
So I'm going to be releasing a new single at the end of next week, and shows are coming up in the summer, festivals. So I feel really lucky that I'm able to combine two things that I'm so passionate about.
There we go. That was Eleni, who will be heading off to some of the schools across the capital to talk about mental health awareness.